You felt the burn and you stopped. 40%. That number should make you sick. Not because it is an insult, but because it is generous. On most days you do not even reach it. You touch the edge of real effort, feel the discomfort start, and you stop and you call that your limit. It is not your limit. It is the first wall, and the first wall is a liar. Here is what handing back the other 60% takes from you. Not in some far year. Right here, this morning. You sit down to the hardest thing on your list, the deep work block that actually moves your year, and you feel the resistance rise. The mind goes foggy on purpose. Suddenly the inbox looks urgent. The coffee needs refilling. The desk needs tidying. That fog is not fatigue. It is the wall dressed up as a reasonable excuse, and you obey it every single time without ever testing whether it was true. Think about the proposal you keep rewriting, the easy paragraphs of, while the hard section sits empty. The decision you keep studying instead of making, because studying feels productive and deciding feels dangerous. The difficult conversation you have rehearsed a dozen times and had zero. The training session you cut short the moment your legs started arguing. In every case you stopped at the first real signal of difficulty, and you told yourself you gave it everything. You did not. You gave it the part that did not hurt, and you kept the rest. And no one will ever correct you on this. There is no alarm that sounds when a person quits early. The work still gets submitted. The day still ends. From the outside it looks like effort. Only you know the gap between what you spent and what you had, and because only you know, only you can let it slide. So you do. Morning after morning, you leave the better 60% of yourself untouched and unspent, and you wonder why the results feel small. That is the real cost. Not a dramatic collapse. A quiet, daily surrender of the capacity you were actually built with, traded for the comfort of stopping the second it gets hard. David Goggins built his life on a brutal piece of arithmetic. He learned, through suffering most people will never choose, that when your mind first screams that you are finished, you are nowhere near done. You are roughly 40% in. The body keeps reserves the mind hides from you on purpose, because the mind wants comfort and will lie to protect it. Most people, he says, live their entire lives at about 40% of what they are truly capable of, and they never once find out because they always quit at the wall. He calls the way out callousing the mind. You do not become tougher by avoiding hard things or waiting to feel ready. You become tougher by walking straight into the difficulty on purpose again and again, until the thing that used to break you barely registers anymore. Every voluntary hardship you choose is one more layer of scar tissue laid over the place where you used to be soft. The discomfort does not disappear. You simply stop letting it make the decision. Cameron Hanes says it colder and shorter. Nobody cares, work harder. The world owes you no sympathy for your difficulty, and waiting for it to feel fair is just another way to stay at 40%. He pushes it further. You do not simply own a work ethic the way you own a name. You earn it every day inside the work itself, and the morning you stop earning it is the morning you no longer have it. And the strategist closes the loop. Miyamoto Musashi, who survived more than 60 duels, left one ruthless instruction for a life of mastery. Do nothing that is of no use. Then walk the 1,000-mile road one step at a time. The other 60% is not unlocked in a single heroic morning. It is taken back step by deliberate step, one hard thing at a time, with nothing wasted along the way. So here is the order for today. The next time you hit the wall, the fog, the urge to refill the coffee, the voice that says this is enough for now, you treat it as the 40 mark and nothing more. You do not stop. You do not negotiate. You stay in the hard thing for 10 more minutes past the exact point you wanted to quit, and you find out for yourself what was waiting on the other side of the wall you have obeyed without question your whole life. One hard task. 10 minutes past your usual surrender. Do nothing of no use until it is done. That is the whole order, and it is how you start taking back the 60% you have been giving away your entire life. And tonight you answer for it. Tonight's reckoning brings in 3 older voices for the audit. Ignatius of Loyola, who closed every day with a hard examination of his own conduct. Seneca, who put the whole of his day on trial before he would let himself sleep. Epicurus, who taught that the deepest rest is the rest you actually earned. Tonight they ask whether you crossed the wall or hid behind it. So give them an honest answer to carry. Did you stop at 40% again today? Or did you finally make it lie to you? Win before they wake.